Good afternoon, everybody. We're back with another trade recap. Today I'm gonna start my trade recap, and I think I'm gonna keep doing these all around 9 because that's when I start streaming. Because that's when I start streaming. So that's pretty much it. Let's get right into it. So today in the morning, I kind of had no real bias or direction where I wanted it to go. Um, I was talking about when I was trading live in my group that we were kind of in this mid ground of price where we're trading in these higher time frame BISIs. So we could either retrace and go back to London highs or go to London lows. So I was waiting for either extreme of the range to be broken, which was London high and London low. So I sit on my hands until then. 9:45, 10 o'clock opens up, takes the London low, and then we have SMT there. So let me play that on the 1 minute. We have SMT there on London low, and I actually called that out to the group that I wanted it to NQ to be the asset to take the London low, since YM had made the SMT for this move and had taken this low. I wanted to see NQ or ES run this low, so NQ was the one that ran it, which was exactly what I wanted to see. And then we have this bullish breaker being printed within the macro. The tip of the breaker is at 9:58, and then let me outline and put my fibs there on that breaker for you. There. So yeah, now I just want to see a close above this breaker. Sorry about that. This candle is the one that did it. I executed around right here, around the close of this candle, with my stops at the low. Now, me personally, just targeting 2 standard deviation that aligns with all these highs. I'm gonna take my piece of the pie and call it there type of situation. Yeah, so let me let this trade play out and explain to you my process throughout this trade. So immediately once we get into this trade, we start to see a little bit of drawdown. We start trading into this 1 minute inverse gap, and we ended up respecting it. We also inversed this small 5 minute SIBI and put in a very tiny 5 minute BISI that was also right there with that 1 minute inverse gap. So here I'm just watching my 5 minute. When I got to the chart, I wanted to see us close above this down close candle, which we did there. And then I wanted to see us inverse this 5 minute SIBI, and I set it to my group when I was live trading that if we inverse this 5 minute SIBI, we should be good to go. So go in, we inverse that 5 minute SIBI, and we trade into it. So this is where price starts to get a little bit sticky, and we start to see a little bit of chop. Try to push higher there, and then we start to chop a lot here. At this point, when we had this hourly high SMT, I moved my stops break even, which my stops were, I mean, my entry was a lot closer to the breaker. So I moved my stops break even, and I said that I did not want to see price go to my break even here, because if it did, it would probably confirm these breakers and then stop me out. So price then swooped the lows of this breaker instead of confirming it, which looked very good. And I told everybody in the group if we could get above these 11 o'clock highs and print the breaker, we're definitely going to TP. And then we also printed this brand new 1 minute breaker, which is negative 2.5, lined up right with my negative 2 of my original breaker entry. So then we form SMT at this breaker, again at the low of that breaker. We then get a close above here, how I was talking about. And after this, I knew it was an instant ripper. Basically, I was watching the 5 minute most of the time here because I wanted to see how we reacted out of this 5 minute BISI, which clearly we traded very well out of it. So then you play price forward a bit. We take New York AM highs. We put in a new New York AM highs, and then just like that, we hit TP. I took this trade with 5 micros or 4 micros, I believe. My execution's on Twitter, and I posted my PNL as well. But that's how my PNL tool looked, and it was around almost $1,200 on this trade, or it was like around 1137 or something like that. Very clean trade in my opinion. This chop is normal. You got to be comfortable with sitting in this. If no opposing breaker forms for me, that's just my indicator that I I'm not gonna get out yet, and that this breaker is still valid to go long. Um, After all these projections were met, I said that I wanted to see SMT around either these highs or these highs. Um, Again, I didn't take this trade. I just want to walk you guys through it. So anything after this, I didn't take. I took my one trade and got off for the day, but I called this trade to the T. So I kind of want to walk that through so you guys could understand why those shorts were so clean in the PM session. I have this 15-minute breaker marked out that price used and rejected off of, using also the new day opening gap. And I had my eyes on its -2. Pretty much all day I was talking about that -2. And I could probably pop it up somewhere where I was speaking about that. Let me bring it up. Here you go. 18,217 on the menu in my opinion at 130. I mentioned it multiple times. That's where I really wanted price to go. So just using this hourly and 15-minute breaker. So price ends up trading all the way up to here with YM that we have SMT off of. And we just start to see a hard dump. No breaker gets printed for a minute here. And then if we go on the 5-minute, we print this very large 5-minute breaker. If I put my fib at, -2.5 is very near -2 of the 15-minute and hourly breaker. And then if we want to go to our 15-minute, right here on this 15-minute, we had 15-minute SIBI SMT. YM and ES did not trade into this SIBI, which was also a 15-minute breaker. So right here, if you want to drop down to your lower time frame, you just want to wait for your 1-minute breaker to print, which would have been this breaker right here that you could have executed right on the close of this candle and put your stops at these highs. And me personally, if I would have gotten into this short, I would have just TP'd at -2 standard deviation because Tradify doesn't let me make more than 20% in a day. But if I was trading on a cash account like Tenny was, I definitely would have held all the way down here to these lows at 18,217. And we could have just let price play out here. See, bang, TP hit. That would have been a killer trade. To anybody who caught those, you're a beast. Damn, executions don't want to show. If you were able to capture that short, that would have been around a 10-hour trade. Wow, what a banger. That's an amazing short, amazing longs. This was a very clean day. If you guys have any questions, hit me up in the server, tag me, and be like, yo, Jay, what the hell were you talking about in this video? I'd love to help you out, boys. But that's pretty much it for this trade recap. I hope all you guys had a great trading day, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.